Good morning. We're trying this again. It's morning. It's Saturday. We're in the middle of or the end of September-ish. We just finished Maven. I'm getting to think I should do videos for you guys with Maven, and we should have a good celebration for the holiday. Ready for my 10-year-old. We just turned 10. They have a birthday party. So I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do that when it's expecting to rain. And the weather is turning to fall weather. Cold, wet, and fall. And I've got my loved ones. They're just sleeping. And I made the room messier. So when I do the video of me cleaning, it's more entertaining. I did it for you guys. Yeah, nobody's been watching my videos anyways, so I am just, whatever I say, it doesn't matter. I'm saying it into the ether and into the void. Listen to me, void, as I speak to you through YouTube. So I know I've got Ganika. We're making hot dogs and nachos. Hot dogs. And then we need apple cider. We're going to make hot apple cider. Okay, so I need a way to heat this all up. They have a grill there. And then we have, it might be cold and rainy at the same time. There's electricity. And there will be kids there at this party, whereas there weren't lots of kids the last couple of years. So this will be doing this last minute because that is apparently my niche. That is apparently my ability. We just started the cake this morning. My little one decided to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. First time in who knows how long. All right, so I'm thinking I might do hot dogs. We need buns. All right, so we need buns. Then we need condiments. Condiments. It's not how you spell that. Just that's how it sounds. So I need to bring the condiments, and I need to bring. All right, so we also need to bring cider and serving. So we need dishes or serving plates and. Okay, so we need plates, cups, serving utensils, I have, and then what else do we need? So we're going to bring like pots. And then like, where's cleanup? Cleaning. Capital napkins. Okay. Games. And cleaning utensils and napkins because we're going to have wet hands. Guarantee it. There will be wet hands. With everything. All right. And a way to try things. So I was thinking basketball until I realized it could be cold and wet. I thought the kids, its classmates, thought they would enjoy basketball. I have no idea. All right, so between this, where I understand I'm neurodivergent. I'm not just crazy. I just do things differently than all the other people that are considered neurotypical. I have learned I am not crazy. I had a crazy experience. I lived through trauma in my childhood. And yeah, and it's like continue to recover from trauma. But then it's amped when you're autistic like me because we relive the sucker. And small things to a neurotypical can be a big thing to us, depending on the person. It makes so much more sense now. How we didn't fit the world and the world should fit for us. I was wrong. And this beeping and this red means that it is not talking to the phone. You guys, it's talking to you guys. Yeah. But the world, our social structure, has lots of benefits and lots of cons. And so I have to give credit where credit is due. We have lots of benefits to everybody, but there are some missing holes that I would like filled for us that are just not like the way that it is constructed. It's funny because if we constructed it for people who are different, it would fit the stereotypicals. I'm not seeing it. I have yet to see. I have yet to understand how people who think like what is expected in mainstream behave in certain mannerisms and nuances. I don't see how they wouldn't benefit from making it so that it's very friendly for those who are not in that way, who are not typical. We make allowances for those who get bombarded easily by sensory overload or by the ability to think in the moment and cheerily in that slice of the moment, not in the 15-20 minutes that's something that's for. We should do this, we should do that. I am learning that why don't we just try this or that and see what happens? You might like it. You might like it if it's color coded for attention deficit disorder people. And it's segregated in a way that a autistic person can easily identify and do. You might like it. You might like the work structure. You might like the social deconstruction of anarchy, like monarchy, patriarchy, just deconstruction of that and the inclusivity of giving everybody equal grounds. Yeah, you might enjoy that. Enjoy that a lot. Rather than have the little guy fight for everything he's got, make it all the way up to the top, become a bazillionaire by windfall or whatever means. If we all had our basic needs met, didn't have to survive, but what would that thriving look like for like all of us? Let's see what kind of world we can build, shall we? Let's see what happens. Because I have a feeling now that there's a community on TikTok, you got one We call it neurodivergent. Talking to another neurodivergent. They're talking. Sort of like how big companies don't like people to talk about their pay amongst each other when they find out why is this guy getting like 10 an hour than I am for doing the exact same job. They don't like that. No. We're gonna like figure out, hey, we could do it this way. We could get organized. We can come together. We can do a world where we can enjoy each other, where everybody gets the benefit. Like everybody deserves it or something. Like existing gives you rights, freedoms, and a good world. Fresh water, the ability to get a good night's sleep, food that won't kill you, being able to communicate with other people, whether or not they're running a business or if they're cleaning your floor. Pay enough and the cost low enough that you're able to be, okay, I can go home. And it doesn't have to be communism. It can just be basic. We can try it. We could see what could happen. I wonder. You gotta think, because there's a lot of this stuff going on up in TikTok as much as I've been in Stardew Valley. And you guys haven't heard from me. So I've been watching this other part of the world, other part of social media, other part of people talking, expressing, and starting to mix in. I'm like, something's happening here. Pattern recognition here. Where's the world going? Besides through space and a double, was that helix? Double, what do they call that? It's really the sun bubble. I forgot the name for the sun bubble. But besides a big giant, sun bubble, double sun bubble running through different types of Milky Ways as our Milky Way is running through another Milky Way, and expanding ever universe. Besides that point, time is relative. So doing that, realizing that I still have to, in the now and the here, where here and now is, put together a birthday party. Whereas the last couple of years, nobody showed up to this very popular kid who just loves people and is loved back by a bunch of people. So I'm like, crap, they're going to want to eat. Crap, there's got to be this activity or something in this cold rain outside. I was thinking if I put around one snacky lunchy kind of thing, I'd do a small thing. Ooh, this will be interesting. So we're doing nachos and hot dogs. Cake. I was going to do face painting because it's close to Halloween and Halloween makeup's available and kids seem to enjoy that of all ages. I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. Glow sticks because it's fun and who knows how cloudy it's going to be. Yeah. Hi. Would you like your own room? No. So this getting up inconvenient hour to talk and fine. He says, it's fine. Don't worry about it. He'll adapt. He's adaptable. He's very handsome. Let's see. So yeah, let's start with the food. Look how handsome he is. That's mine. Equally, I'm his as he is mine. It's our time and our attention and our affection. Yep. All right. So we're going to do hot dogs, and hot dogs need buns. We have condiments. I have to figure out how to. So I need to dish them out and heat them up. So I'm thinking if I do it, not my favorite, but I'm thinking I might just get a crock pot, put in hot water. Interesting. It's purple on this side. That's why I kept it so I can write notes on the purple side. It's advertisement. Okay, so I'm thinking I might like double boil it. So I might put it in this bag. And this we got the nacho cheese kind of sauce thing. We can put the bag in this double boiled water. You just take the hot dogs out and put them on a bun. Might feel like I'm stuck serving food, so I won't be there for any of the other activities. Or who do I get to help me out here? I'd like to make it self-serve. But if I'm going to have a bag and water, who's going to self-serve themselves hot dogs like this? It's the most intriguing. I mean, you get better quality from the government trying to feed children, which their beans taste like cardboard. Occasionally, I think cardboard tastes better. I traded my kid a couple of years ago for their school lunch that came because it was online learning, and we call it VIBE for food stamps and assistance. I got these government boxes because that sounded like a great idea. It's been through history, it feeds kids. And they wanted my broccoli or Brussels sprouts or something. I was like, well, this is very healthy. So yeah, sure, I'll eat food. There were some beans and something else, and it's like a the chicken sandwich. My kid will passionately tell me, I don't like beans. Like, yeah, I've tasted those beans from school. I wouldn't like beans either. I don't know how much crap I put in those beans to make it taste right because they wanted my food. Sounds like you're going to eat. It's equal food. You're not going to starve. So, okay, I will take your food. Like, dude, this needs cooked up. This needs done. This needs prepared. This is like white people would call this, not flavor. I am a white person and I call it bad tasting. But apparently, other people of every other part of the country, every other part of the world calls the food bland. And I'm like, I wonder what, if that's what white people food tastes like. Government issued lunches out of that box. Oh dear, living Lord and Lady. My child could have developed food aversions. You want to feed healthy, good for me. This child was willing to eat my broccoli and my other food that I cooked, which I've been told I'm a bad cook. So if I don't cook good, they want my food. This food is really bad. So I have to figure out how to make hot dogs in a bag, thrown in pretty much boiled water. Not seem bad. Because I'm trying to figure out how to feed several people. I still have to pick up condiments. Or I still have to pick up buns. We have condiments. We compiled like 20 years worth of, well, no, it's more like 2 or 3 years worth of restaurant condiments. Like if you get like a pack of 3 ketchups, you used 1 or 2 and you have another one left for some odd reason. or, horsey sauce or whatever. Fast food, it's in there. Barbecue sauce. About a jar of relish. I was thinking we can even get like the ketchup and the mustard, the relish, and just like put them classically there, or they can use the cute little restaurant condiments and nuts. And I put that. There's a table there supplied where we're having the party. Park outside in the cold rain, which one day I read like AccuWeather, which gives you hourly, and it's like, oh yeah, the duration of the party, it rains before and it rains after, but we're good. And then yesterday I checked the same thing, and it's raining only during the party. So hot dogs, I need buns, condiments. I'm going to figure out how to serve them. So it needs a crack pot. So I can do the water and cook the hot dogs in water. I mean, like, who hasn't done that? There's turkey dogs, and then there's regular, just a blend of pork and beef and leftovers of animals parts. You don't want to know what's in hot dogs. And so the nachos we're doing ground turkey because, yeah. All right, so I got to make ground turkey, and I'm going to make it bland because I don't know what everybody else eats. I might bring seasoning for them to put on it. Okay, so ground turkey. And then we're going to have nacho cheese, which it's in a bag. And I can put it in the water and it'll heat up and it'll spread out. I can figure out how to spread it out. I can figure out how to serve this. And I got to figure out how to do face painting. I can't put me in two different positions at this party. He's politely tuning me out. He has no idea I've stared at him for like 10 seconds. We'll see if he notices. There's a twitch on his shoulder. He's working the game. He's politely staring at me like this. He's working his quarry. We're observing a very wonderful man. I'm about to put her up with beautiful compliments. See if he'd be willing to serve food. Because one time he had a job where he worked catering, and he knows more about serving food outside of a restaurant and in a house kitchen than I do. He's more knowledgeable about what could happen and how better to do this. So, going to his experience.
Buffet it.
Huh?
Buffet it.
Buffet it. But is he willing to work the buffet for the price of my child's happiness? Then maybe I'll prostitute myself out legally. You didn't hear that. Don't turn up the device that you're listening to this YouTube video on that, because I didn't say that out loud. He's smiling. He's shaking his head comically. Maybe he'll do that so that I can work the face painting station and the activities.
No, there will be other parents there.
Huh?
There will be other parents there.
There will be what?
Other parents there.
But they won't be working it.
They have been known to help out.
And 10 years old is drop your kid off. Sometimes. So he's suggesting that the other parents will be put to work. Because I don't know if I trust a 10-year-old to buffet themselves out of boiled water hot dogs. That nacho cheese is going to go everywhere. Because I had beautiful, smart ideas. Who knows how they're going to get executed? Eh? Not me. It'll turn out. That's the joy and the fun thing that I've learned from me, is that I don't have to know what it is at the very moment. I trust that a solution will be worked on and considered and viewed at from other points of view so that by the time the activity occurs, I have something that I'm going to work on. Like convincing super handsome mister over there who's unbelievably sexy and has a wonderful sense of humor, or at least my sense of humor. And who's just perfect at everything. He doesn't have any idea how perfect he is at everything. He says he's not perfect, but he is. He makes sure he has this type of anxiety where he double checks and triple checks and goes out of his way to make sure that his imperfections don't occur, so that his perfection is just what you see, and he has no idea that that's all we see is his simple perfection, because he's tried the game 10,000 times, but by the time we see it, it's the 10,000th time, and he perfectly does it, in which he's had experience with catering to food, in which he will be perfectly handsome at it. He will do it with a grace and finesse that would never be seen by caterers before. He's shaking his head in dismay. Ooh, his brows are furrowing. Is it the game or is it my... Okay. He's nodding to the game and not to my narration. What's it called when a game is playing and you got the person talking? But anyway, something occurred. Ooh, Robin. And started... Ooh. Oh, cutscene. Say, don't have him move in with you. Because I've tried both, and both saves or something. Or not saves, but I Groundhog Day that day. Be like, okay, so Stardew Valley creator, you'll never hear this video, but listen up. You need to be able to have one character ship something to another save or another character. Like if my buddy's playing and it's not done, like co-ops, like our normal co-ops. Like I have a save on my batshit crazy farm. No, out there farm. I'm batshit crazy on my out there farm. Like if he needs a ruby, I should be able to ship him a ruby. He write me a letter, Consider that, it might be something. Like so that I could say something like, I'll give you like 1,000 gold if you do something in real life for me. I don't think that'll work. No. So, what do we think a werewolf would like in exchange for being a hot caterer? He's smiling. I see the little bits by his eyes smiling. It's hard to tell with the beard and the mustache. Yeah.
Not here, but be alarmed.
Huh?
He is not here, but be alarmed.
Don't worry, I didn't hear any of that, but that's okay. The microphone probably picked it up and you guys probably heard it. Oh, there's an alarm. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. I've got to get more stuff made. I was thinking about caramel apple cupcakes, but I got to make it from scratch. So I went to go find a recipe from scratch. This lady puts down, get the cake mix. Okay, from scratch does not mean you use a cake mix. I don't have that cake mix in my house, which is fine. I have the other cake mix in my house. So I'm making one with the flour and the baking soda and all that stuff. But, yeah, there's cake. 3 o'clock came way too early. I did not sleep for 3 o'clock. I love you all. I will talk to you later. And we will see how this party occurred. We'll see with the, see how that can go on. Love it. I'm sure you'll love to hear the updates. Yes. Apparently, Either my content got crappy, which is understandable. I'm a very intriguing person who can't yet follow through. I just don't know. No views. I could just be saying this to the ether. But if the ether is out there, like the video, subscribe, my dear ether. You'll like more of my just spewing words into a microphone too early in the morning. Comment. Because I probably need pointers on. Like, I'd rather see this in the video. I love you guys. I love you guys. I miss you guys. And quite honestly, after I'm done with this, I got to figure out how to do for a 14-year-old. God, not 14. That's not right. That can't be right. 14. It was yesterday. I was just adorable, darling, young little boy. Yesterday. The sweetest little. While his dad was puking, I gave birth. All right.